Athletic dads, welcome back to the channel. We have another home gym session. I don't know if you can see my breath, but it's 30 degrees here in Cleveland and hailing outside of the garage here. So beautiful Sunday morning. All we have today is snatches, overhead squats, and front squats, but I woke up with a little bit of back tightness and a little bit of back discomfort. So the first thing I wanted to do is cover the 4 things that I do when I wake up and my low back feels a little tight. I use these moves anytime. You don't need any equipment, and this is something that has given me a ton of relief from discomfort or back pain. So let's start with that and then we'll get into the training. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna rotate. Next thing, we're gonna laterally flex and extend. Then we're going to hit the glutes a little bit and then hit the hips. So first movement is just gonna be a body weight rotation. Depending on how tight your low back is, kind of decides how far into range of motion you go here. But all I'm doing is just trying to get some movement through the spine and through the core. I like to put a timer on and go for about a minute. So we're gonna rotate side to side. As it starts to feel better, you can go a little deeper into range of motion, but all we're trying to do here to start is just go side to side. So we got about 45 more seconds here. All right, once we finish that, we're going to laterally flex and extend. So we're gonna try to have a big bend here to the side and then a big bend the other way. Same idea, setting the timer on about 60 seconds and then going side to side here. You can add a little bit of reach to get a little further into ranges of motion here. Already getting good, getting warmed up here. If you've got 2 minutes in the morning and you consistently wake up with this kind of stuff, use those 2 movements, should help you out a ton. Next thing I'm gonna do is a glute bridge or a glute bridge iso hold. Again, trying to get the buns and hamstrings going. I'm gonna move to show you that one. All right, let's fire up the hips and hamstrings, buns a bit. We're gonna dig the heel into, it can be a couch, can be a chair, and you're just gonna push through here, squeeze the hamstrings, and then squeeze your cheeks a bit. We can hold this. Again, this can be a minute hold, or you can kind of come in and out of it. Just make sure you're being real intentional at the top and squeezing everything nice and tight. We can also go single leg variation. The further you extend that knee, the longer the hamstring is gonna get. The closer that knee, the shorter that hamstring is gonna be. I like hitting kind of both ranges there. And again, I just like doing both legs. Make it a little easier. 2 birds with 1 metaphorical stone here. 2 legs with 1 exercise. Oh yeah. 3 moves, 2.5 minutes in, everything's feeling much better. Now last one's gonna be elevated pigeon pose, and here you can kind of take as much time as you need. So shin, I'm gonna try to get vertical with my upper body. And as I push my hands through my feet and my knees, get my chest real tall, I'm just gonna rotate a bit and then kind of sink down into the hip, into the glute med, try to find some different positions. If you find a spot that's tight, hang out there for a bit. Again, 30 to 60 seconds or so on this leg. And we'll do the other side as well, and then we'll be ready to rock. Just after that, feel pretty good. It's been 4 minutes or so. Ready to get into these snatches. Pairing these snatches with these drop squats plus deep tier pogo hops. So what that's looking like between sets is dropping as fast as I can and then doing a couple hops from the bottom in that full foot position. Same position I'll be catching the bar on the snatch. So here, I'm dropping, and then 5 of those low, deep tier pogos. Let's try to use that feeling from the plyo to then get down fast and catching that bottom position here. All right. Better than the first set. I've had some questions about if the Athletic Dad training program will include Olympic lifts, and the answer is they will not, but our concurrent training model, which we will have through Train Heroic, that will include snatches, cleans, jerks, all the Olympic movements and the variations of those. We got a double here at 185, fast under here. Oh. Oh yeah. Let's do a few more sets there. Let's push through the ground. Soon as you make contact, use those traps. Pull myself underneath the bar. Woo! Probably shouldn't try to hold on to it. Stay. Reach. Ah! Ooh, got a little forward. Fall drunk in love like a Tennessee love song. Last two here. Ah. Not half the man you think that you are. Ah. All right, front squats. Most of the time when I'm squatting, I'm gonna use a heel wedge. That's gonna help really focus on the movement and the strength coming from the quads, which, as we know, quads are the new biceps, so it's good to pump those things up, especially with summer around the corner. Today, I'm just going flat feet, shoes, because I've recognized that a lot of times I rely on that heel wedge. So I'm just not gonna use it today. We're gonna work up to a top set. Remember, any day that you train is better than a day that you don't train. Even if you come in and hit 2 movements, like what we're doing today, it's still gonna be way better than not doing anything. You're gonna feel way better the rest of the day after you get one in the morning like this. We've been hitting doubles, now we're gonna work up to a top single. I think as you continue to progress in your strength training journey, you should always have certain numbers that you can hit on movements at any time. 315 is one of those numbers for me. So to make sure that I'm always able to hit that and always be prepared to lift something heavy, I've talked about when you get with your buddies and they want to throw down a little bit, you want to be prepared and ready to do that no matter what. 315 is one of those numbers that I want to be able to front squat, I want to be able to bench, I want to be able to back squat. The number on the back squat's a little higher, but still for conversation purposes, 315 is good. And then deadlift like 405. I try to do that. I try to hit that number on that main compound movement at least once a month. So I'm not hitting it all the time. I just want to make sure I can do it. Depending on what the program calls for, I should still always be able to hit this on a front squat. So I say that, let's make sure we get it. All right, remember, you're only as good as your next training session. So to take care of these knees and the tendons, I'm gonna finish squatting with some of these split squat isos. We're gonna go 15 seconds aside. I'm pushing into the toe, floating the heel, also pulling my back toe into that front heel. Try to keep everything nice and tight through the middle. This is an excellent exercise to really load heavy. I'm not doing it now, but it's an awesome one to load. As soon as you get done, hips feel good, calves feel good, knees feel good. So this is the last set, 15 seconds. Thank you for watching. Again, quick one today. 2-3 movements, basically 2 main movements. Got a good stimulus through the lower body. Got a really good Olympic lift variation in. And then taking care of these isos to take care of the knees. Appreciate the support. Continue to practice gratitude. Tell the people that you love them. And live your life stimulated. Athletic Dads, we'll see you guys on the next one.